Hi, and welcome back to Living Between Paychecks Kitchen. I'm Oz.
And I'm Jack.
And we're going to do a stir fry today. It's again, we're just going to continue to try to be as cheap as possible. Alright, so this is a very vegetable heavy dish. Usually is, and it's cheaper that way. Get the bell peppers for like $1.50 for all we got here. We got two different colors just because we can. Then we got the head of broccoli. We used half of that. It was 48 cents for the whole thing, so you only use half of it. Garlic we got for 50 cents for a whole bulb, just using,
four pieces.
Yeah. Green onion was 48 cents for like a whole big bag. We're using like 2 or 3 of them have been sliced up there.
Yeah.
The peppers, which are the
chili pekin and red salsa.
Yeah, Jack grew here, so it didn't cost us nothing. The green onion, or the red onion, sorry, cost 60 cents, and we use like 8 cents worth of it. And the pork, which is your big meat here, is $1.98, as you can see there. And then we got our stir-fry lube, which is just a stir-fry mix or whatever. That cost us, what, like $1.98. And you can use teriyaki, soy sauce, whatever you want to use, but that's just what we got. And then the mystery can. Like, we think it might be water chestnuts or bamboo, but we're going to figure it out. And it was, the full price was like $1.30, but we got it for half price because it had no label. So you get in here, you chop up your garlic as small as you like it. I like it big, thick, whatever. Opposite of how I do my women. And then your peppers, slice those up. Again, make sure you get them all cut. You don't want full peppers in there because they don't get cooked through. No. Green onion, same thing. Chop it up. Your broccoli, pull all them little trees off.
Oh, right? Man. You don't give the tree people a break, dude.
Take that, like a lower axe, and then we've just quartered these, right? You can make them smaller. I think bigger is better for me just because it makes me feel like a giant eating a tree.
The smaller ones cook more evenly through, in my opinion.
Well, true. Okay. Then your bell peppers, just be sure to get the stems out of the top and all the seeds out of the middle. Jack cuts these differently.
Yeah, I cut the top off and then pull out the seeds. He just cuts straight down the middle.
Yeah, I cut down this because I like those long skinny pieces. Just cut the whole thing like that. You can cut them again in the middle if you want like half length or whatever. I just like that long look. It's kind of an aesthetic thing, I guess.
Yeah, it's like I prefer smaller squares or patches.
Yeah. Then your pork. Pull it out. Now I cheat here, or I try to. Some of it pays off, some of it doesn't. I stack that meat up and you can cut it both with our cheap knife. Again, long, slender pieces. Again, you can slice this any way you want.
The pork tries to get away.
Food escape. And then you're good. Now, got our mystery can. We're going to figure out what the hell's in there.
What is it? What can it be?
Bamboo shoots. Alright, so drain all the liquid out of those. Pull your lid over here. Make sure your cat doesn't want to come fight you. Again, this cat food or tuna fish. Alright. Get you a little bit of olive oil. Hit it in the bottom of the pan before you turn your heat on.
Oops.
And then coat the bottom of it, right? Then get your fire about what? Medium high because you're going to want to try to cook it in a hurry.
You want a high heat with this.
Alright, so we're going to start with your smaller stuff. Your garlic, pepper, things that'll break down in the oil. Just kind of saute those around, right?
Love the garlic flavor.
Oh yeah, more garlic than anything.
I had in the chilies early because the capsaicin doesn't really bother me. It doesn't affect my eyes.
Yeah,
or
that's
nose.
totally an optional part if you're not into the pepper kind of thing. You want to put your broccoli and bell peppers in because they got so much, I guess, green vegetable magic that you have to break down.
Cook.
Yeah, you got to piss off the elves. So you can cook those down first. Let those sit around in the heat. Now remember, they're going to go around here and it's going to suck up a lot of that oil, absorb a lot of that. So if it ever gets like dry or getting it to start stick or something, always feel free to add some more oil.
Liberal use of oil.
Yeah. Again, we tend to overload our pan here because you're supposed to cook this in like a wok, like something with really high sides on it, and we don't have one.
Wok-free stir-fry guy, dude.
So, right. It's gluten-free too, isn't it?
Is it? I think it is, actually. Unless there's wheat somewhere in here that I don't know about.
This is the stir-fry lube. Might have some in it.
Yeah, true.
Now, when you put that pork in there, be sure to stir it around, make sure the pork gets to the pan. Like, a lot of it can, like, sit on top of the vegetables and not get cooked properly, right, with the rest of it. Get in there. Again, like we're talking, like, add your little oil if it starts getting a little too sticky or there's not enough oil in there. And because it's overloaded, don't feel, that you can't use 2 utensils to flip your stuff around.
You got to use all your equipment.
Now, you might have noticed, every now and then a piece will try to escape. Throw your green onions last. You don't want that onion flavor to overpower everything else. And Jack throws in a couple of...
Some orange bell peppers for flavor and color.
There you go. Yeah, it always makes it look good, you know. Have a little extra color in it. This is one of our less segregated meals that we make.
More colors.
We don't mind if it's touching this time because that's the meal itself. Also, while you're started doing this, you start throwing together some rice to go with it. If you don't know how to do that, there's going to be a link down in the description. And you get that done. Then you add your stir-fry lube, right? Just a little bit. Don't have to do a lot. It all depends on who's enjoying it. We do very, very light sauce on it, but you need to add enough to get every piece of food in that skillet covered with it.
This is where your flavor comes from. If you don't do this, you're going to have really vegetable-y food.
Well, some people like vegetable food. That's what I'm saying. Some people like more sauce, some people like less. But make sure you just keep stirring it. Keep that heat on it, right? Make sure your meat's cooked. Make sure it's all covered. And then you added some soy sauce to this, right?
Yep. I like soy sauce.
You're addicted to salt. That's all there is to it. It doesn't hurt. I mean, again, it adds more flavor. You're cooking this for you, right? So
added some more.
Again, be careful because vegetables will try to escape. Careful. Just keep stirring. I guess that's where it gets the name from, right? You're frying it while you stir it.
Yeah.
Now you're learning something every day. I just learned that myself. I was today years old.
Just now realized. Oh, there it goes.
All right. Now remember, you're too poor to worry about not using the 5-second rule.
You got to make everything count.
So pick it right back up, throw it in there. The fire should kill whatever was on your counter. Oh, and on the same vein, make sure to clean your damn cutting board because you had raw pork on it. So be sure to get that done. But there you go. That's our very cheap stir fry. I think it was all like $5-7 somewhere in there.
Something like that.
And it'll serve, what, like 2 or 3 people a couple of times, or just a fat guy like me just once.
I don't know, man. We made a ton of food. It can go a long way.
But it does look really good, and it was very tasty when we ate it. Put it next to some rice. So there you have it, some more broke as hell foods that you can pick up over on Living Between Paychecks Kitchen, over on YouTube. Tuesdays and Fridays we upload new videos. Be sure to check us out there. You can find us on Instagram at Living Between, or on Facebook. We also have a page over there. So see us there, and we'll see you back here.